Welcome to CEO.CA, the leading community for investors in junior resource and venture stocks. My name is Amrit Gill, and joining me today is Robert Boyd, CEO, President, and Director of Reliance Gold Corp. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Amrit. A pleasure to be back and to give you an update.
How's day one of PDAC treating you?
Well, it's been good. It's steady traffic downstairs on Sunday, and not as much as retail investors as I expected, but it's good to catch up with colleagues, and the mid-tier and major companies are all well represented here, and it looks like a great show.
Well, let's get right into it. Tell us a little bit about Reliance Gold Corp for our viewers who are looking to potentially invest.
Well, Reliance Gold is a venture capitalized public company. We've been public actually since 2005. But three of us as insiders own about 50% of the company. So we're a very tightly held company. We're very aligned with our investors. And our focus is exploration, in particular gold exploration in Canada, US, Canada, Alaska, and the Yukon is where our three key projects are. But our key prime focus right now is BC. On our exploration, and we've got a new discovery there I'd love to tell you about.
Well, tell us about the Reliance Gold project.
Well, the Reliance project is sitting in the historic Braylorn Pioneer Mining Camp, and it's the biggest historic gold producing camp in the province of British Columbia, having produced over 4.2 million ounces. And we've actually been fortunate enough to make a new discovery in that camp, only 10 kilometers away from this large historic mine. And it's a new surface discovery that's road accessible, and we feel, and we're exploring with the potential to discover a plus 1 million ounce gold system. And this is a new surface discovery that we found there. So it's pretty significant in the sense that it's a very historic camp in terms of lots of exploration since the 1860s, primarily with prospectors. But we're drilling a new discovery just on surface, and we're the first drill holes in it, especially about a half kilometer of the system in particular is looking very good.
And I will just get you to elaborate on that, the infrastructure in place surrounding the project.
Yeah, well, it's a 4-hour drive north of Vancouver. We're near the town of Goldbridge, and we're road accessible, and our project faces onto the Carpenter Lake Reservoir, which is a reservoir behind the BC Hydro electric power facility that feeds Lower Mainland with its power. And there's another hydroelectric facility just 5 kilometers from our property. So we've got potential if we ever make a discovery of good green energy contributions to the development and exploration of our project. We just finished our third year of drilling. We plan to be back drilling this coming year. And we've drilled 82 diamond drill holes to date, and 70% of those have pretty significant gold intersections. And 15 of those 82 holes have in excess of 100 gram meter type intersections. So wide zones, plus 10 meter wide type zones of plus 5 to up to 15 gram per ton over pretty significant intervals. So it's a pretty major discovery with some potential to be open pittable for some of the resource. And our goal is to continue to follow this zone at depth and build it both along strike and at depth. So it's a new discovery that still needs a lot of exploration.
Robert, tell us about your drill results from earlier this year and what it means for investors.
Yeah, well, as I said, we'd been drilling last year, but the last of our assay results came in January, and then more recently, about a month ago, we reported results on an extension of our system where we're trying to find additional gold. So the drill results that we reported in January were from a deeper drill intersection where we've got about a 30 meter wide zone of mineralized intersection, but there's contained within that is an ore grade type of grade of about 8 grams over 8 meters or so, I think is the intersection that we reported in January. And that indicates that the system's opening up, and we've demonstrated a mineralized zone where the mineralized key host structure is mineralized over about 100 by 200 meter panel at depth, indicating potential for it to grow along strike. So that opens up the ability for us to plan for additional programs as this year progresses to open up that system at depth. And then we also drilled some shallower holes that we reported late in the year, and those had some pretty significant intersections. And those, one in particular, had a significant interval of visible gold that gave us encouragement on the potential for this system to grow in its strength and grade at depth.
What is the significance of last month's geochemical work?
Well, that's the area we reported most recently, and that's all this drilling we've done is on one structure that's a northwest southeast trending structure, but we're in an orogenic gold camp. So in these orogenic gold camps, there's a collisional environment where continents collided, and that's why they're called orogenic deposits. And in those kind of environments, you have a whole bunch of structures. Braylorn's on one of those structures. Our new discovery is on one of those structures. And now we have identified at least 2 other structures where we benchmark significant gold in grab samples and geochemical data that's indicating about a 1.8 kilometer trend geochemically on one of these parallel structures. So that represents where we're heading in our future in terms of additional exploration to explore those structures with drilling, because all those structures that now we've identified with geochemistry and grab samples have never had a systematic diamond drill program done on it. So it's opening up the camp and our property for not only the growth of our current system that it could have a plus 1 million ounce potential, but the potential for identifying other structures that could generate encouragement and additional resources if we explore them and are successful.
Lots to keep an eye on. What are some of the catalysts for Endurance this year?
Well, our catalyst going forward is not only growing our resource with drilling. We have a drill contract in place, and now we're planning for a program this coming year as the year progresses to get back and grow the system with additional exploration, exploring and developing our system at depth, and ultimately by the end of the year looking to try and apply and grow and get permitted to drill these other parallel structures that need to be evaluated in the future. So, but our key catalysts are continuing to grow a system where we've got a high percentage success. 70% of our holes have what might be considered ore grade intersections, like at least 3 grams over 3 meters. And that's pretty significant success in an orogenic gold system. So our success statistics have held up through 2023, and our goal is to continue to deliver those successful drill statistics as we move forward in our drilling programs.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the community at CEO.CA?
Well, I'm looking forward to providing updates. I'm always welcome to take any calls from investors if they have some interest. And please visit our website at endurancegold.com. And we have a very well populated website that tells you all about our Reliance project, plus a few other projects that we have, but our Reliance in particular is the catalyst for our company.
Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed.